3, 2, 1.
I want to start with a question you might have heard. Why are you so special? Why are you so special? You ever hear that or think that? It's usually some indication that someone or even you thinks you're being a little uppity or acting like you're entitled or things like that. And this talk, I want to make sure you know that this talk is not about having a sense of superiority. It's more about how all of us have the ability to be special, to have the mental attitude, the mental state of being special. So let's get some definitions out of the way here. Special is defined as one who is held in particular esteem or readily distinguishable from others of the same category, one who is unique, or one who is designed, something that is designed for a particular purpose or occasion. That is considered special, or something that's not part of a regular series of actions or a featured dish at a restaurant. That's a special, right? Or something out of the usual used for a service or occasion. Once in a while, we have something different, something, quote, special in our broadcast on Sundays that we don't usually have, or we don't do something, and that makes it a little special, a little unique in our broadcast. Well, today is a special day. Today is the beginning of the Holy Week in the Christian faith. Today is Palm Sunday, and Palm Sunday celebrates the day that Yeshua, Jesus, entered the city of Jerusalem on a donkey. And by the way, the donkey is considered an animal of peace, to peacefully proclaim the end of Roman imperial control over the city of peace. And that's what they called Jerusalem then as well, the city of peace. Jeru equals city, and Salem equals peace, Jerusalem. The cries of Hosanna when he entered the city called for Yeshua to please save us now. The Hebrews and the citizens of Rome, of Jerusalem, which was a part of the Roman Empire, were not having an easy time for it. But interestingly enough, Yeshua showed up to show the people how to save themselves, not to save them, to save themselves, from the perception of them being or having less than, the perception of themselves missing the mark or sinning, you might say. Sin means missing the mark. It's not necessarily a moral thing. Of self-doubt. When you have self-doubt, you're missing the mark on who you really are. It's something that can be changed. The ignorance of living in fear, that can be changed. A lot of the fear in our lives is an ignorance, is a lack of knowledge, shall we say. And he came to say, listen, you have the power within you to remove the dis-ease of shame, blame, and guilt from yourselves, your family history, the DNA of your culture, any of that kind of stuff. Yeshua's journey from Galilee to Jerusalem symbolizes the journey that we all undertake at one time or another and continuously as we advance from the sense consciousness of our experiences. We can feel it, we can hear it, we can see it, to the spiritual consciousness, which proclaims no matter what, we are in spirit, in the essence of ourselves, perfect, whole, and complete. I don't care what's going on in your body, in your life. In a spiritual sense, In the mind of the divine, you're perfect, whole, and complete right now. You're unique, special, and different right now. Your foundation, your essence is in the power of the divine. And you get to decide how that is going to be revealed in your life. Yeshua was talking about an inner journey. He was reminding us of an inner journey where we get to decide where we want to ride into, what on, and as what. You don't have to ride in on a donkey if you don't want to. You can ride in on a Cadillac or a Maserati or a beautiful stallion or just your Nikes. This is a unique and personal decision that we all make every day even, and a purposeful decision. This is a decision we make on purpose, with intention. That's what he was trying to teach the people. The same power in me that you see in me, that you, at the time they were praising in him, is in you right now. You can save yourselves right now. The first step is knowing who you truly are. Not who you think you are, not who you've been told you are, but who you truly are and what your unique purpose is. Not the unique purpose your parents said, not the unique purpose your minister even said. The unique purpose that you are, that we all are, which is revealing the divinity that's already within you. I have this great story. I read this great story this week. So there's this, water bearer who had two large pots, and one hung on each end of a pole, which he carried across the back of his neck. And one of the pots had a crack in it, right? And while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water at the end of the long walk from the stream to the master's house, the cracked pot always arrived only half full. And for 2 years, this went on every day, with the bearer delivering only 1.5 pots full of water to his master's house. Well, the cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfection and felt miserable that it was unable to accomplish what it was made to do, what it had been told it was supposed to do. So after 2 years of enduring this bitter shame, the pot finally spoke up to the water bearer one day by the stream and said, "I'm ashamed of myself, and I apologize to you." And the water bearer was like, "Why? What are you ashamed of?" "Well," said the cracked pot, "I've been able to deliver only half my load because the crack on the side causes water to leak out all the way back to your master's house. And because of my flaws, you have to do all this work and you don't get full value for your efforts." And the water bearer said, "Pish posh, as we return to the master's house, I want you to notice the path along the way, okay? Do that for me." So indeed, as they went up the hill, the old cracked pot took notice of the path. Looked around, saw the sun warming on these beautiful wild flowers. And this cheered the pot up a little bit. But at the end of the trail, it felt the old shame as it had leaked out once again, half its load, and the pot apologized to the bearer for its failure. And the bear said, "Failure? What are you talking about? Did you not notice there was flowers only on your side of the path and not on the other pot side?" "Yes," the crackpot replied, "but there's no buts about it," said the water bearer. "That's because I have always known about your so-called flaw, and I was able to use it. I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we've walked back from the stream, you've been watering them. All these years, I've been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate the master's table. And without you being just the way you are, he would not have this beauty to grace his house. You know, we're all cracked pots in some way or another. Some of us are even crackpots. But life is not so much about these so-called flaws, but about how our uniquenesses can outpicture themselves in adding beauty and function in the world. Each of us, all of us, no matter where we're from, what we look like, what our profession are, how tall we are, how much hair we have, none of that matters. Tracy Brown wrote in her book called Stained Glass Spirit, Becoming a Spiritual Community Where Oneness Does Not Require Sameness. Quite the long title. But she wrote this beautiful passage. She said, ignoring the beauty and value and uniqueness of different types of people is equivalent to ignoring God and refusing to see all the ways God shows up as humanity. And may I add, as well in the animal kingdom and the flora and fauna kingdom. We don't do that with dogs, she continues, or flowers, or trees, or clouds, or spices, or nature, or art. So why do we do it with humans? My friends, life is like a bouquet of flowers. Some are roses, some are tulips, some are stargazers, daisies, sweet peas, whatever. They're all of a unique shape, size, color, number of petals, and each is expressing its unique beauty and function to become that bouquet. We, each of us, are part of that bouquet of life, bouquet of the universe. Let's match the feeling about a bouquet of flowers with people. Let's celebrate life in our specialness and our uniqueness, meaning yours and yours and yours and yours. We're missing out on all that life has to offer when we fear, avoid, and dishonor the many ways God, Spirit, the divine intelligence, divine love expresses itself in human form and in other forms of creation too. In all of creation that we know to date, remember, we're just one planet in about 30 billion. We're under one sky, yes, but there's 7 continents on this planet. There's 195 countries. There's 7 seas, 5 oceans. I don't know how many rivers, ponds, and lakes, 8.7 million species, and almost around, probably pretty close to 8 billion people. All this showing up as an expression of the power and grace of the universe in a variety of wonderfulness that includes a diversity of race, of age, of gender, of religion, of abilities, of national origin and culture, profession, different skills and talents and education, some with street smarts, some with wisdom, different heights and hair, sexual expression, or any combination thereof. It's something to celebrate. Our uniqueness, our specialness within the sameness of who we all are at our very essence, which is the divine revealing itself, expressing itself as you, as me, as all of us, in our own special way. Let us see the sacred in all. Let us hear the sacred in all, and let us speak the sacred to and as all. Yesterday was Name Yourself Day. So why not, maybe just for today, change your name to describe who you are. Now let me remind you of a long version. You can use this as your name if you'd like, but it's quite the long name of who you are. an individualization of the creative power of the universe, whatever you want to call that creative power. God, Spirit, the Great Spirit, Allah, the power and presence, divine intelligence. You're an individualization of that Big Bang energy. You are a personalized version of that singular energy that created all, is all, and that is constantly expanding, creating, transforming, transcending, and showing up as a unique size, shape, and expression. So what is your name? What is your purpose? Here's a few names, and these are this is from the meaning of names, that you might give your baby, your new child. And here's some that you might want to change your name into for a day or two, or just in your head, or just in writing, a sort of nom de plume, in fact, that really accentuates who you know you are. Megan. Megan is a name meaning mighty and strong. Evangeline is a name meaning messenger of good news. Are you a messenger of good news? And maybe today is your name is Evangeline. Anna, my friend Anna, who is a bringer of peace. That's what that name means, bringer of peace. Maya means mother. Do you define yourself as the mother of your community? Then you maybe are Maya. Rosa, noted protector. Ali means truth. Luke and Lucian are bringers of light, light itself. Orion, you could say Orion, I guess. Orion is the son of fire. Do you feel yourself as a fiery character? That you have the power and the light of fire? Then name yourself Orion. Asa, one of my grandchildren's name, healer. And what a healer he is. Just that smile. Sage, of course, means wise one, or prophet. Ray, R-E-Y, probably Ray, R-A-Y, but that attaches itself to the rays of the sun, which is very powerful. But Ray, R-E-Y, means wise, bold, courageous. Is that who you are? Maybe today, then, your name is Ray. Shiloh, peaceful. Phoenix, like the mystical bird rising from the ashes. Maybe that's what's happening in your life right now. You are rising from the ashes. So today I am calling myself Phoenix because I have risen. Or river. I love and I am, and my being is in the flow of nature. So I'm calling myself River or Dakota because I am the friend to all. Or some combination of those names, or other names in other languages. Or just descriptive words. That is your new name. Choose your new name for today, forever, whatever. But say it out loud. Say it proud. Say it to your neighbor, whoever's sitting next to you, or just say it loud out the window. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Now say it to yourself. And let me welcome you all. Today, I would like to propose a toast to you for revealing the divinity within you, for continuing to enrich us all with your uniqueness and expressing your purpose for your life. Skål. Cheers. Namaste.